Hi.
Pause.
Welcome to another episode of Full Spread, a podcast about generational conversations, comedy, life, love, and sex lately, and libations at this point. And so, my name is Onika McLean. Welcome and
I'm
strap
the alcoholic,
up
Matt
or strap
McCoy.
in.
It's like a ghost.
Wow.
Wait,
That does look like a ghost.
who
Yo,
are
look
you?
at that.
Oh, that's a ghost.
That looks like a ghost.
Oh, and it's holiday time.
Yeah, it's a ghost of Christmas past.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a little photo real quick.
We are.
Needs like mid.
I'm sorry, guys.
said,
What's
don't-
happening
she don't
is
even
we're looking
fucking
at the drinks, and
Yo, this is
Matt
like Pac-Man.
Matt McCoy, introduce yourself.
The alcoholic, Matt McCoy, who can't even wait to drink his drink before we get started.
Do you like it?
It is very good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, that's
I like
good.
it a lot.
Introduce
Good.
Go ahead.
So my name is Ania Hall. How are you guys doing? So just for a little start off, I made a drink today. I'm calling it Milk of Magnesium. My mom thinks I should switch the name, but I think it's good.
No, we gotta give it something dirtier.
What is a little bit dirtier?
We're gonna call it Toxic Feelings. Is what we're gonna call it.
I think you should call it Ghost.
Oh yeah.
The ghost of Paris.
Ghosted.
Ghosted is a
Ghosted.
good name. Ghosted.
Okay, it's gonna be called Ghosted. I like that.
Ghosted, which is what they're gonna do if you slide in their DMs after this episode.
Okay, let me try.
You ever ghosted dudes? You ghost dudes a lot?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you gotta do. That's the only way that dudes. That's the only way that
That's
dudes.
really delicious.
It is, Mom.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
fire.
God.
You
that's
like it
fire.
for real?
It's delicious. What did you make? What did you put in it?
So I use some of that pina colada mix that you have, and then I mixed it with a little bit of Bacardi rum, topped it off with champagne, and then also put a little Fireball.
Y'all be mixing in this bitch, don't you?
Yeah.
That sounds like a suicide.
that
That's what
is
we should call
ghosted.
this a suicide.
Ghosted.
Ghosted.
That's a good
They're
name.
gonna get
All
you
right.
twisted after this.
So if you guys want Ghosted, we're gonna have
we gotta put that in
the recipe in the comments, and we'll also have a link if you want to hire Ania to
For
do
your
your
party.
parties.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do that if somebody reached out?
She does it.
Really? Okay.
That's what she does. She's like a little bartender lady.
This
A little
segment's called
right.
"Know Your Co-Host Better."
She got real serious. She said she does it already.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You take it, sir.
It's really good.
That is very fire.
You're gonna love it.
That's
Let's see
fire.
what Max thinks.
Okay.
I like that shit a lot. Ghosted.
Really
Uh,
good?
Right? Yeah.
Yay! Book
It's a
me.
winner, chicken dinner. All right, cool, guys. So
This is like being white. This is like when you go to your black friend's house and you taste like spice in something for the first time. Like, oh, this shit is good.
you'd be like,
This
why?
shit is good.
Why
What
did you
is
use this
this?
at my mother's
Yeah.
house? I don't know.
Why am I just getting fucked off vodka? Like,
So-
that's-
Wait.
What?
So when did you first have good food? What was your first experience?
With the
well,
soul
let's be
food,
honest.
not
First of
good
all,
food.
yeah, I used to go
No,
to like
let's
barbecues.
get good food.
Yeah, I used to go to like barbecues all the time. So like,
You invited to the cookout.
yeah, I would go to the cookout. So I used to go to them shits. I knew what good food was. You know what I mean?
You look at you be
Yeah.
home like
My mom would be like mixing like tamales and macaroni. I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Wait, mixing
I'm gonna be
tamales?
honest, I'm white trash. I was like, that's good too. But like, yeah, she would mix like tamales and macaroni and like some like white trash like shit on some white trash shit for real.
I got a funny story about like me experiencing white food.
What?
Oh.
You have a white boyfriend?
I got a
No,
funny
no,
story
no,
about you experiencing white food too. Go ahead.
Is it the same one?
Go ahead.
Okay, so-
Mallory.
Why are you name dropping?
Damn, she knew.
Why are you
Say
name
that
dropping?
on white bitch's food. That was nasty.
No, it wasn't even nasty. It was just different.
What was her
like
mother's
it was.
Nah, you trying to make up
I'm
for
not.
it now.
We cannot be telling people's names
Just
on here.
different.
Okay.
We can bleep it
So
out.
no. So basically, I don't remember her mother's name, but their last name was Phelps. That's what I remember. So basically, I went on like a play day at someone's house, and at my time there, my mom left me. I think it was like a sleepover or something.
So I got off of work late.
Okay, so it was a play. So it was a
CPT.
play date. Yeah, so it was a play date. So my mom picked me up. I was like, oh, I'm so hungry. Like, let's go get some food, something. She's like, Ania, you're just being greedy. You're not hungry. I said, no, I'm dead hungry. She said, y'all didn't eat? I said, we did. She said, what did you eat? I said, butter noodles and grapes.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that was dinner.
Like it was
Oh,
noodles.
no.
It was like butter noodles. and grapes. And it wasn't even the green grapes. It was the purple grapes.
It was Michelle. I think her mother's name was Michelle. Because you know what happened? She said, "Don't worry, I already fed her." And I was like, "Hot damn!" She was like, "No," and she fed her in like those little kid bowls and
those kid bowls.
Yeah.
Like what the heck?
She was like, "You ain't shit."
I'm not used to that.
No,
that or she didn't go to the grocery store. Sometimes you don't go to the grocery store.
That's how they ate. It was good.
Yeah, but maybe sometimes you don't go to the grocery store and you got to feed them like the nasty shit.
No, they liked it.
Really?
Yeah,
so
I ate it, but I was
this is like a special cuisine for them.
I was like, I'm not coming back here no more.
That was their tamales and noodles.
They were eating that. I was like, what the heck? Like, never again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that is tough, dude. Eating white food, especially when you've had good food. Or even, like, honestly, too, coming out here to New York where there's so many good fucking restaurants and then going back home and being like, if it's not barbecue, it's a shit.
Olive Garden or something like that.
Yeah, it's like
right?
Olive Garden.
It's true.
Which I used to think were nice places.
I used to think that they were nice places,
Yeah.
too. I used to go to Red Lobster all the time. And then when I realized what New York was, I was like, oh, God, I would never do that again to myself.
You go to a 5-star, like, Michelin restaurant, you're like, oh, my God, for the bird.
It's true. Food is not equal. It's just not equal.
It's not, man.
So today I'm starting my weight loss journey again. I lost 30 pounds and shout out to me, but then I gained all of them back, every last one of them. And I'm like, I need to, but the thing about it, when I lost weight, I thought I was better than people. I didn't think I was better than nobody, but
you ain't shit.
I gave away all my clothes, right? Because I was like, I'm never going to be that size. Shut up again. I said I'm never going to be that size again. And now I need all my shit back and I don't have it. So everything is like stretchy. And so I'm just going to get back on my.
Getting out the maternity clothes and shit.
My duck thizzle, because you know what it is. I'm 4'11", right?
Yeah.
And so I can feel weight on me. So even when I'm trying to work out, I'm too heavy to feel comfortable working out. That makes sense?
Yeah,
I'm like winded. So I'm doing it. I did a yoga class. They were like, if this
I saw you working out on Instagram the other day.
Yeah, I'm working out.
Back in the gym?
I'm back in the gym, but if you're heavy, it's heavy to do. So, I'm just trying to
telling motherfuckers that didn't like you then, it's like Kobe Bryant, you weren't with me shooting in the gym. So when you lose that weight, you'd be like, yeah. No? Okay, never mind.
I think that's
I don't know what's happening to him. He feels like something.
I just used a sports reference. I just realized I was like, she don't know what
you got a fever? Like, what's going on? I have no
about.
idea what you're talking about. But I know Kobe probably said something about being in the gym, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is not being in the gym, because you can be in the gym all day if you're not like watching what you eat.
It's not even about the gym.
Right. If you're not watching what you eat. So I'm just trying to watch what I eat. So this is my second day. I haven't had any liquid food. I haven't swallowed anything, and I'm
drink a lot of water.
Yeah, so much water, but water with like a maple syrup in it because of your liver not having like the sugar to process and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to like figure it out. So anybody have any tips? Let a bitch know, because I'm ready.
So hold up. So you're just not eating right now at all?
Just 3 days.
3 days
detoxing.
Not eating. And then you're gonna go back into what?
Proteins.
Yeah.
And then it'll be more fasting, and then it'll be more proteins, and then I'll start introducing stuff back, like introducing fruit, introducing stuff, and you just kind of trick your body into letting go of all the weight. It's a quick fix, but
you're making it sound very easy, but I feel like dieting is hard.
It's hard as hell. I told you I'm not happy. Yeah. This is my first day. I don't even know what's gonna happen on next episode. I'm probably like, fuck that diet. Hello, have you met me?
Yeah.
This is only day 2. I can't even believe I'm at day 2. You know what I'm saying? So
you could do it again.
Chunk it up.
You can definitely do it again.
It took me a long time to do it that first time, and so it's been.
But this is the thing. I feel like you already know. Like, same thing with me. Like, I gained 10 pounds, and I'm like,
pandemic
yikes.
weight is what y'all talking about?
No, this just being
happy.
I just like to eat stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I got a new credit card.
Yeah.
I like, bust this shit open. Bust it open for a real bitch.
Yeah.
It's like my credit card, and then I just was buying stuff. And then we're eating every week on our podcast. We don't have food today, guys, but we're gonna figure out
snacks.
Something better than just full course meals or whatever. Because last week that damn Thai food had us on our asses. I
had
slept.
My asshole in a fucking
yes,
knot.
I slept.
I was sweating running out of here.
Your asshole was in a
I was
knot.
like, yo,
you
I gotta
love
get
talking
home.
about your asshole. It's always some
very
kind of gay ass reference. It's so ridiculous. So that's what happened. So last week we had the Thai food, and I slept for so many hours, and then I woke up and I started watching.
It's the MSG.
It was the MSG, and then I started watching
the
P Valley. Have you watched this P Valley stuff?
What is that?
Oh my God! Don't watch it. No, I don't think you should ever watch P Valley. So P Valley is the show. No, he should never watch it.
What is it?
He gonna get divorced. He gonna see all that gay sex.
I'm gonna become a what's it called? What'd you call that one time? You said it's a term for guys who are married but do gay shit.
It's beard.
No, but that's only in terms of like you're not a beard. The person that you're your wife,
right. Got you.
But I don't want to keep saying that because that's me.
You just mad because they got in your DMs and they was like, first of all, you raggedy bitch. You was like, I'm not.
They didn't call me raggedy.
What they said?
They did not call me raggedy.
She's like, wait a second, why are you projecting?
They didn't call me raggedy, but they basically was just like, that wasn't shit. Right. Basically me calling you.
Yeah, see, we told you about this. You gotta stop looking at them fucking comments, though.
Bro, I'm 23.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but you don't gotta read the comments.
Yeah,
you
just still care what people think about me.
Yeah,
but you have to think about the people that's thinking about you. Most of those people that are on the comments going ham
are raggedy bitches.
Right?
And if not, my mom's gonna beat your butt.
Yeah, they don't have no.
They don't really have a lot going on. So sometimes, I mean, I have been in the comments going ham. Like something triggered me, and I was like, yeah. But most times that's because of matters of the heart. When I was getting broke up with, or some guy did some shit to a girl, and then,
or if somebody said some shit that like really like you're insecure about, and it hits you like this motherfucker.
Yeah, you'll never find any love. Fuck you. How do you know what I'm gonna find? Yeah. How do you know? Sorry, yeah, that.
I'll suck your dick right now. Gay, sorry, I know. Everything gets.
You gonna suck dick? Who's sucking dick?
No. I would never say dick.
Okay, I have a scenario. Yeah. I have a scenario.
She's thought about this.
I have a scenario. It came up in my mind.
Yeah.
So anybody who watches Insecure, which I think a lot of people watch Insecure.
So y'all don't want to watch. Y'all want to talk about P Valley?
No, we could talk about P Valley, but this is just like you've seen Insecure. So so this is the thing. So I'm gonna put the same situation onto you, and I want to see what you say. Let's say you and your lady are having a conversation about your experiences that you guys have had sexually, right? Mm-hmm. And the girl basically is like, hey, yeah, when I was in college, I did such and such with maybe I had like a threesome with 2 girls or my roommates or whatever like that, yeah. Right? And then she reiterates, she basically asks this question. Mm-hmm. She reverts the question back to him. And at first he's hesitant about saying it, but then, she's like, oh yeah, say it. Like, say it. So then he's like, when I was back in college, I let a guy go down on me, but then I realized it wasn't for me. And so that was it. So
wait, hold on. So she don't like to get her pussy ate?
She literally broke up with him because he told her that after they were asking what each other's experiences were. I personally feel like that does not make you gay. I feel like what she did was just wrong.
Yeah. I'm confused though. Hold on. She broke up with him because he ate another girl's box?
No.
No, some guy gave him.
Oh.
They were talking about their experiences before, prior to them getting. This happened probably when they were both in college.
Job from another dude.
I don't understand why people.
Job.
I don't even understand why people talk about their old sexual experiences. That is the dumbest thing in the world. Like when people start saying,
with your significant other?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you shouldn't do
that. I did this. Why? First of all, that was an intimate setting. Like, why are you talking about what you did with the next dude with your current girlfriend? I feel like oftentimes people do that to bait you, just to put you in a situation. And you don't have to do that. People just leave. If you don't like the person, be out. Like, what are we talking about? You don't have to do all that.
So this used to come up a lot, man. I used to do this to girls when I was in a relationship. I would ask them, I don't know why I would do this. I would do that. I would say, how many people have you been with? And then once I got older,
corny.
But they would say 3, right?
Well, they say 3, but girls, to times that by 4, and guys, whatever number they say, you divide it by 2. You know what I mean? Like that's how it is. And so, but I would ask them, and some girl hit me with the truth one time, and I was like, oh God, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. So I was like, as I got older, I was like, yeah, stop asking that fucking question.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Question. Yeah, it really
doesn't matter. I don't understand that. I never understood that question. And I've always lied when somebody has told me that.
Yeah.
Because, I haven't had sex with a lot of people, but that's all relative. Some people, 2 people is too many. So what we talking about?
That's facts.
Right. So I mean, I don't understand that question right there. And
well, also too, I think when your number starts to get to a certain count, you're like, I'd rather not say mine either.
But you don't have to tell.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like my shit. Like I was like, if she would have asked, I'd be like, nah, you don't want to know this.
Why? It's too many. You have sex with a lot of women.
Yes.
A lot of women.
He's a man.
Oh, not all men have sex with a lot of women, though. Like, I mean,
Ones that are cool do.
Ones that aren't gay.
Not even gay. Like, I still feel gay men have a lot of sex.
Gay men have the most sex from from what I understand.
Yeah, I understand too. That shit was so good. I want more.
I know. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Scared?
We got shows.
Don't worry. I'll make you one when you. I'll make you one when you want me to make you one.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Saying your numbers is a fucking terrible idea in general.
Yeah, I think that having.
Just don't lie anyway.
I think even having those conversations is terrible, right? Because people always say, "Was I the best?" Well, yeah.
Oh, yo, that's a terrible question.
You sure
I
were.
made the mistake of that before and got told no, and I was like, ugh.
You said if I
That
was the
fucked
best?
with me for so long.
Yeah, because are you the best? When? Like, what we talking about? The best is always when you were at your lowest point of self-esteem.
With the most toxic motherfucker.
With the most toxic person
Yes.
in the whole world. That would be
facts.
the best. Anybody, if any healthy sex is
Yes, that's facts. It's
boring,
it turns
like
into
a-
love more than it
Yeah,
does
yeah.
like some freak shit.
right.
What's the most toxic thing you've ever done?
Toxic thing I've ever done, in a relationship.
In a relationship, out of relationship, just in general.
I used to fight people. Is that toxic? Right?
Hell
That's
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I used to
I like
fight
She's
people.
like beating a dude up. Is that bad?
Oh no! Right. Well,
You beat the
no.
girl and the guy up.
I beat the girl up for them cheating.
I thought you meant you come home and beat the shit out of your husband and he's just cowering in the
But
corner.
we did
like, "God
fight.
damn."
We did fight. So yeah. So that was toxic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Being
won,
married,
though.
marriage was the most toxic thing
Yeah, that shit.
I've
is
ever
tough.
done. But I think that when you're young and crazy, that's what happens. You gotta be like,
You gotta be older and just know like what to stay away from.
or not really just older. You gotta really know who you are,
Yeah,
right?
for
Because
sure.
there's some young people that really know who they are. But I feel like in my case, I had no idea, no clue what I wanted to do, who I wanted to
You
be.
got married at what age?
21.
Jesus, I couldn't even imagine.
That's so crazy for New York.
I'd be cheating.
That is.
But that
work.
wasn't back in New York. That's
Yeah.
Back.
No, it was still crazy for New York.
Was
I was
it?
my
Yeah.
only. I was the only person married in my friend group.
That's
Everybody was
crazy.
like, "What's happening?"
So you were going out with all these single girls. and
All of my
getting
friends
married.
were single.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because I was fake married though. He was
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
town
yeah.
doing
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Like I was married, but
Right.
like I was
Yeah.
still with my girlfriends,
Right,
and I
right.
had a baby. So I was
Damn,
like a
that's
mom,
wild.
real young.
You didn't have me.
I had a baby. I didn't
You,
say
you pointed at me.
No,
I was like,
I
you
was-
wouldn't. I wasn't there yet.
No. By the time I was 26, I had 2 kids.
Really? That's crazy.
That's a lot of kids, right?
I'd be terrified.
Could you imagine a 26-year-old with
I'm
2 kids?
37 years old and I'm terrified to have kids.
Yeah, it's a lot because you have to be responsible for people and stuff. It's a lot.
Fuck no.
You're 37.
Millennial.
That's right. What's the most toxic thing you've ever done?
To be
Little Gen
honest,
Z. She's gonna be like,
I tweeted.
I ghosted him.
I tweeted and then I
no,
ghosted him.
is ghosted toxic though?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
toxic.
I mean, but I think that's kind of boring. So let me tell a good story. Back when I was in college, first year, I used to have this little. He wasn't my boyfriend. He was like, you know how we do situationships, something like that.
Yeah, y'all don't do relationships at all in your generation.
Well, I feel like now a lot of my friends are getting in relationships. I feel like after the pandemic, I feel people just are like, it's time to, meet people actually like a person. You know what I mean? Try to build something,
yeah.
quote unquote. But before
You're
then,
like, we're tired of doing Tinder.
Tinder, yeah.
all
I mean,
that
no, people do
fucking
Tinder.
online shit during the pandemic.
Yeah. So but I'm talking about this was probably circa 2017. So I was in a situation with this guy, and I feel like,
Circa.
huh?
I said circa 2017. That's not even that long ago.
Okay. So
She acted like she was throwing it back.
Just AD.
Yeah, she was
After the
before
death of
Christ.
So basically, we were just
Death
a
of
toxic. We were just a
virginity.
toxic situation. He would do things I guess talk to other girls or like do anything else. But we weren't together, so like you feel like people can use that as an excuse.
Was this?
Why are you saying people's names? Like it's literally annoying.
This ain't shit, motherfucker.
No.
Who names that kid?
She's like, oh, remember I told you I was getting in fights? I was beating his ass.
Okay, sorry.
I don't want to tell my story anymore.
I'm sorry, Kat.
She's
No.
so scared
Toxic,
now.
yeah.
Because why would you say the name? Like, that was too much. Nobody deserves their name to be said.
It does.
So,
sometimes you gotta out
no, they
motherfuckers.
don't,
They gotta learn the hard way.
But I don't care about situation anymore, so I don't want the name around. So let's bleep that. But
Bleep that.
I'm just saying, like, in regards to that situation, I felt like when things were like, when he was doing whatever he did, I just felt like I could do the same thing. So I guess going back and forth.
Oh, so
is
you were
toxic.
going out there just cheating your ass off.
Was it cheating though?
Right, because he was doing the same thing. You're not wrong.
And were we in a relationship though?
Yeah, that is toxic. Yeah, that's mad.
So that's
But
toxic.
is that toxic? I mean, I feel like if y'all both are doing y'all, then y'all both doing y'all, right? That's the other piece.
That
about
goes
it.
back to the
You just
situationship.
You probably didn't want to do you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you
No, I did.
Oh, because I feel like if you're in a relationship, right, and he's doing him,
It'd be the other way though. Like they don't want you to do you.
right?
But I don't care. Like if it's fair game, let it be fair game.
Tell me the truth.
Because I like to play. So that's what I'm saying. Like let it be fair game. But some guys, they don't want you to do you because they know who
they
you
want
could get
that
or
Mormon
what you-
lifestyle where they can do whatever they
Exactly.
want to do, but you got to just be at the crib.
It's an
Exactly.
open relationship, but only one door is open.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's corny. Like, and we're gonna
All the
have an
men are
open
like, we'll step through
relationship.
this
Like,
one,
let
you
it be
stay back
open for
behind.
real.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, I feel that.
What about you? What toxic thing have you done?
You know what I used to do, man, and this is probably mad toxic. I used to send dick pics.
What the fuck?
Just on a train, like
Yeah,
on airdrop?
I would talk to a girl literally for
You
like
airdropping dick pics?
No, I mean I wasn't not above that.
He did do it.
Look,
If I
ain't
would have been in
got
New
airdrop.
York, I definitely would have been like beep. But did you actually hear about that recently? Some dude was on an airplane going to somewhere,
Yes,
and he
yes.
was sending dick pics to everybody in the cockpit.
And he sent it to the pilot. The pilot was said
And
something.
the cockpit came over. He's like, "Hey, we're not gonna do this. I'll turn this around right now." That's how you knew he was a boomer. Like, I'll turn this plane around right now.
God damn it. That's so funny. You could just press deny. You don't
Yeah.
have to accept. So
Right.
come on. So you was
No,
sending
so I
dick
used to
pics.
send dick pics, yo. I would send dick pics to like girls, like unsolicited, which is fucking corny, first off, but also like toxic. as
Blocked.
fuck.
You would just send it?
I would send that shit, but also I'm gonna say
How
this
many
too.
people would you send it? Because I know it's a numbers
If I
game.
was, I was trying to bat. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, if this is baseball, I'm trying to bat 400. I'm trying to get in the Hall of Fame. So I was throwing dick pics. It was toxic. That was bad. I was throwing them to unsolicited. It was bad. It was gross. But like now I think about it, like now I'm older. But like when I was young, yeah, I was throwing dick pics out there. But the problem was,
Did anybody ever pick it up?
Hell yeah.
What'd they say?
Huh?
What'd they say when they
What's
picked it up?
It is such a weird thing. What would you say if you got one?
I remember I got my first and only dick pic. Like somebody just sent it to me.
Recently?
Flutter DMs.
No, it was a long time, right? And a long time ago. And I was like, why would you send this to me? What have I done
were hurt?
in my life to make you think that this is okay? Like, I don't know.
This is a house of God.
I asked Onika him. He was like, I'm here. He probably was like, run me my picture back, bitch.
Yeah,
like, I was
yeah.
like, this.
He's
I
like,
felt-
never mind, just delete,
I felt
please.
disrespected. I was like, why would
it a
would
white
you do
dude?
that? No, it was a black dude.
Really? Mm. So at least he probably
Why?
had a piece
What
on
was the
him.
difference? What's the difference if it was a white penis or a black penis?
Because if it was white, it was probably average. That's why I look back and I'm like embarrassed.
his-
Because my shit was like average, and
Yeah,
now
his
that I see
thing was
dicks on the
big.
internet and shit, I was like, "Fuck, what
you
was I
see
doing?"
dicks on the internet?
Yeah,
How?
like Jesse Williams. Remember when he got
Yeah, I
naked at
saw
that
that.
thing?
You don't be on Twitter.
God damn. Yeah, that boy had a fucking hammer time. That was straight up hammer time. She gonna go look after
Yeah,
this.
but I never look at dick pics. I don't see them on the internet.
Yo,
they
man,
block
I'm telling
them
you,
out.
Jesse Williams has a hammer. Didn't
No, because you be on Instagram. You got to get on Twitter. That's where the raunchy stuff
she probably
They don't
she
block
probably
anything on
made your
Twitter.
Twitter, because she does your shit. She probably put you on a parental guidelines. She put her own parent on parental
don't-
No,
guidelines.
she's
Twitter.
been had a Twitter.
I just don't be on it.
Yeah, I don't be on Twitter either.
Like if you want to see any
Nah,
like
but he was
celebrity
flooding
sex
that
tape, it's
shit.
on Twitter.
He was flooding that shit, and boy, that
Who
boy
owns
had-
Twitter?
It was supposed
Elon
to be
Musk?
Elon Musk. I don't think he isn't final yet.
Oh, okay. Because he was going to buy it, but who owned it
He's gonna
before?
buy it.
Just some
I think
businessman?
it's actually like a bunch of sheiks and stuff, which is why he's trying to buy it.
A bunch
That's
of
why
sheiks.
that's why there's so many like bots and shit on it.
A bunch of sheiks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was trying to get a
Well,
sheik
you know
in
how-
Dubai.
yeah, you
Wasn't
should.
working.
You
looking for
failed.
one?
That means you have to go back.
I was looking, but it just seemed like it was just dudes and sheets. It wasn't like sheiks.
Yeah.
Like it was no money. Like I could feel it. Like I could
Right.
feel like
What about
Marshalls.
at that pool party, we were eating fucking caviar and saying, "Give me that Chilean sea bass."
It was all. You know who was there? A bunch of women with fake bodies and guys that was like
Everybody trying to get sheiks.
jumped up. Yeah, everybody was trying to get sheiks. Like everybody at my hotel was on the come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on the come
They were
up.
acting brand new.
They were like
Yeah. White girls with asses.
big ones and with Gucci
That shit
swimming
is
suits on.
confusing to me now. To
Right.
see white girls with asses, I'm like, first thing I think, I'm like, that can't be real.
Why? Because some of them are. Because some of them
They
are
go
just
to
in
the
the
gym.
gym.
Historically, no, I know. I know that happens for sure, but
But
there's
y'all didn't like
a
that.
They
lot
trying to
out
get
here,
Lamar
though.
attention.
Y'all didn't like butts before.
We do. We've always liked butts. That's the thing.
You just like
my
8-year-old
girl
butts.
has a fat ass. Like,
Yeah.
I love an ass. Yes.
But
Since
why
when?
why were white
She-
women
yeah.
trying not to have butts? What was that about?
I don't think they weren't trying not to have.
They
but
were.
They always
They
wanted
did-
butts.
They were like, no, they never
They
wanted
just
butts.
genetically, but that's my
no.
point.
If you was
They
to tell
never-
a white girl she had a fat butt,
She
she
would-
would cry.
Yeah. So what
so What are you
happened?
talking about?
Well, because it got popularized. That's the thing. The Kim Kardashians, the world black girl, everybody like was like, oh, we need to have big butts now.
No,
Kim
they just try
Kardashian
to
being the
copy
black girls.
I say
So
Kim
okay.
Kardashian as an example, but
Oh.
black girl, like they were looking around, like, oh, everybody got big butts now.
So then they wanted butts.
Black
Okay,
women
so
and said, "Oh, let's look like them."
Facts. I mean, whatever you want to associate it to.
Their
Either way,
men
bitches
started,
want to have
no,
butts now.
No, their men started liking it because women just do kind of what men like, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And men do what they think women like. So
Except for sending dick pics.
So yeah, that never caught on, right?
Yeah, that
Nobody
never
ever
caught
likes.
on. No one
dick
ever
pic.
likes that.
Nobody wants a dick pic. That's the craziest thing.
It's not cute.
No,
it's just
it's not.
there.
You know what I don't like?
Vaginas?
Men that send me selfies.
That's so corny, but that's also, yet again, that's a generational thing because y'all Gen Z be sending like selfies and shit all the time.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
hate
Men
that too.
Well, like if a man sends me a picture of himself, I'm like, why are you sending me a picture
What
of
a
yourself?
fucking loser.
Why? I'm sorry, sir. I don't. Maybe it is a generational thing. I just think that men
it's-
taking photos of themselves like that is just a little feminine to me, and don't send it to me. But men send me photos of themselves all
You
the
know
time.
what it is too? It's an ego thing. It's like that's what I don't like about it. If I go through like I always tell single people, like if they're looking through somebody's profile and shit, if you see too many selfies and shit like that, I said, nope.
Because they don't have a friend group.
It means
they don't
that
got
they're-
nobody
it
to
mean-
take a picture
well,
of them.
it means they're either they like actively looking for somebody, or most of the time more than one person, or B, they just have mad ego, and it's like you're never gonna be enough for them.
Oh wow! So let me take a look at my Instagram because my Instagram is
Yours is but yours is like performing. It's like yours is a normal thing. It's shit you're doing. I'm talking about dudes who are out there like actively putting thirst traps. I'm like, look at this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I would always be like, if it's some girl, if I had a girlfriend, she showed me some dude's page and he had all selfies, I'd be like, this dude's pass.
All selfies.
That's a swipe left.
So what about the guys that are on the internet and they have pictures with their kids on their dating app?
They really don't want a girl.
I've
Who the
seen
fuck wants
that
somebody
before.
with kids?
Yeah, people do want somebody with kids.
No, they do. I'm
kids
saying,
are
but guys,
stable.
man, guys with kids is always tough. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
I think that because I'm saying specifically with guys because I don't think guys can manage multiple things at a time. I think guys are very singular minded. So to have to like balance a new relationship, kids, maybe kids with somebody
Another
else,
person,
like it's
right.
too. I feel like it's too much for guys.
Really?
Yeah.
I can kind of.
We're
get
very
with that.
simple people. That's my point.
Yo, y'all so simple. It's scary. It's Rain Man simple.
Yeah.
Like a healthy.
Yeah, throw some sticks down right now. I'll be 456.
a healthy heterosexual male most times is just like boring a little bit. It's like
It's boring because we can't.
Because I'm toxic and I want something. I want to turn up.
Yeah. She wants a dick pic. All right?
I don't fucking send me no
Yeah,
damn
send
dick.
some dick pics
Or a
up here.
selfie. Like you can send me a picture of you doing a thing maybe, but not just
Yeah.
here I am
Nah,
with
'cause
my
that's
food.
dumb.
Get out of here.
You're a loser. You get a lot of those, huh?
Penis
Dudes sending-
pics?
No. Whoa. No, I meant like selfies, but you do get a lot of dick pics too?
Yeah, I feel like
you out here getting flooded with the dicks?
I've gotten my fair share, but I personally like if you send it to me like and I didn't ask for it, I'm gonna block you because why are you sending me that like that? You think that's appropriate? Mm-hmm. Did I ask for that?
Honestly,
so that's generation.
It's rude.
I'm gonna say this right now though. Have you guys ever got a dick pic where you're like, holy shit?
Yeah, I've gotten a dick pic that was in a group chat. That somebody because think about it, your dick pic don't stay with you, my dude.
No, that's
I'm showing all my friends.
That's one thing I want y'all to know right now. Listen to this shit right here.
Everybody's gonna know what your penis looks like.
The group chat.
Yep.
So is a picture of you hugging your mother on Easter.
Yep.
And it's going to be jokes. It's going to be jokes.
That's facts.
And it's just going to be a bunch of memes, and it's going to last for about 25 minutes until nobody can do it anymore. Yeah. So when you send dick pics, know
just know that shit's getting out there. You Jesse Williams.
Everybody's going to know.
Of the group
Everybody's
chat.
going to know.
But I feel like vice versa, same thing too.
What if you send nudes?
If you send someone nude, they're gonna show their friend. Maybe not all their friends, but they're gonna show one person.
They're gonna show more than one person.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna end up being in jail.
Yeah.
Like that's the other piece.
You
like
can't post anyone's nudes though now.
No, they're gonna.
You will go to jail.
They're gonna send it to people in jail with phones.
What?
They send it to their mans and them. They send it to their mans and them. What are you talking about? Yes, thinking about it.
If their man's in jail.
No, I feel like it's different. If if you send a nude to someone in jail, then it's gonna go around the jail.
If you send a nude to someone in jail, you're a fucking hero.
Dudes,
you're a fucking hero.
Y'all can hit us up in the comments. Dudes do this. They send news that they have from girls. They send it to dudes in jail. They do. If you have been in jail, let me know if your friend have sent you a picture of naked girls. They do that. It's like they looking out for their friend.
I don't even know. I didn't even know they could get phones in jail. But now that I know this,
people got phones in jail.
People doing God's work out here. They doing the Lord's work. Because these dudes are searching for something. God bless. You're a hero if you do that shit.
Okay, this is what I hate. I hate to be called auntie. I hate to be called auntie. Like that gets on my damn nerves. And I feel like Oprah hates it.
Oh, you don't like that? Really?
No, I don't like it. And people are like, oh, she's a cool auntie. And I'll be like, you're not my niece. I don't.
You be taking it as like ageism.
Yeah, I think it's ageism. Not just ageism. I feel like it's jealousy, actually. I think these young women, when they call you auntie, they kind of feel like they're putting you in your place. Like you don't belong in this generation. But I'm generation.
They're kind of trying to sun
I'm Generation X, and we can't stop, won't stop, and we're going to be here forever. So we're never leaving the party until we die. And then maybe you can get our VIP section. But for now, I'm going to be there.
See, that's a problem, though. That's how you get these fucking politicians, 81-year-old fucking Joe Biden or whatever.
It's true.
Boomers are like, we ain't giving up no power.
We won't leave. Yeah, we won't. Yeah. But the thing about it is the society has put us in a way where we're working out, we're living longer, we're looking younger. So, and everything is moving at the flash of light. Right. Fact. So nobody wants to miss out on a party. It's like too much is going on all the time. It's no like just going to sit back and relax because you can't. You still got to be making money. You still got to be doing all the things.
You got to be doing all the things. That's the problem is that like the internet makes you think that you got to do all the things.
No matter how old you are. You know how many people I know? Shut the hell up. You know how many people I know have just started their first, my friends writing books, becoming artists, doing all these things. All these people after 40, they're doing those things. And a lot of them having babies after 40.
Yeah, but that's because that's a traditional mindset. Bad decisions after 40? Yeah, because it's not good for the baby, right?
Well, I just don't think that you should have parents that are super, super, super old because, like, you know,
that's gonna be me.
When you die,
like they die.
Yeah. Remember, you gonna want your mom there after when you turn 20. You
remember,
don't wanna, like,
remember the girl in your school. Remember the girl in your school. Her dad was 72. And you guys were in kindergarten.
Damn.
And her dad passed.
Yeah.
Well, really? When she was in high school?
No, when she was like in middle school. Or no, I think
she's like, no, when she was 6.
Are you sure?
Middle school,
Yeah, but very early in her life.
But her mom
That's crazy. That's like having a grandpa for a
dad.
Her parents were like 20 years apart.
Right.
Some crazy mess like that.
Yeah, that's wild.
But that happens all the time. Yeah. Our older men love younger women. And then those younger women get a little older and they want to have babies.
Mm-hmm. That's facts.
What we talking about?
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. That's a crazy thing.
Her mother was beautiful, though.
What? Older people having babies?
No, her mother was beautiful.
Oh. Mm-hmm. See, that's a problem. That's the problem. These old men look good. Guys, I feel like age better than women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except black.
No, black don't crack, supposedly.
No, but black.
Oh, black women.
I feel like black women age like.
Yeah, son, you look
age
30
kind of better than black men.
You look 30.
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like black women age better than black men, and I guess just from. Look, I can't say the stress. I don't know what it is. If you're not like drugging and drinking, I feel like you last a long time anyway, though.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too. I think though for women, and I'm not making an excuse, but like I think y'all have kids and all this other shit that like does this damage. So like takes the. Well, I guess not because you got.
But it's the kids. What happens is it's the stress. It's the stressors of the children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't. Yeah, I think that is more so the stresses of the kids. That's what makes you look older. Just the worry lines, all that kind of stuff.
Because my sister.
But I didn't give a fuck about my kids, so no, that's a lie. That's why I look like this.
She made her take a drink on that one.
I woke up like this. That's a lie.
She goes, that's why I look so young because I didn't give a fuck.
I overcared. But you know what it is? I feel like I'm really dark skinned. Mm-hmm. So that melanin, I have so much melanin in my skin, and that's what's keeping me.
Do you moisturize?
Young. Yeah, of course I moisturize, but I would do that. Everybody black do.
Well, that's what I was just saying. As a white dude, I was gonna say I just be finding out about this stuff recently.
I don't. You know what?
They don't use washcloths.
Who? White people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't wash my legs.
But I got white friends that wash their legs. I text them and when I heard this nonsense, and they were like, "I wash my legs, Onika," and no, they do wash their legs. Yeah, shout out
women?
to Nicole.
White women?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Jamie, they all
white
say they
men
wash.
though don't wash.
I didn't
legs.
ask.
Max,
Justin.
you wash your legs?
I didn't ask.
No, you don't.
I didn't
Shut
ask.
up. You don't wash his
I didn't
legs.
ask my wife, male friends, but I asked my girlfriends, and they were like, "Of course we wash our legs. We shave them. We wash them. What are you talking about?"
The women do.
I'm
men
not
don't.
convinced by just her saying like we shaved them so we washed them, because in their terms they just think if the soap ran down the leg and then
You mean
water
using a
ran down
washcloth? And I asked them about the washcloth too. That's why you have to make sure that you have friends of different nationalities or whatever, y'all, right? Because
so you can be put in your place, white people, when you know you ain't washing your legs.
No,
you need to know.
so that you can have real conversations about stuff, like, right? So what it is that I was like, so you guys don't use washcloths? Because that's what I heard on the internet, and they were like, I use a loofah. Right, because I fuck with bad bitches no matter what they are, white, black, Chinese.
Same.
So they gonna use a loofah anyway.
I be fucking with degenerates.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
of course, these motherfuckers don't wash their legs. Yeah.
Right. So that's different. It's different. I don't know.
No, you're not wrong.
Are you right?
I'm not right, but I'm not wrong.
You're not right.
Right now.
You dressing better though. I'm liking your little outfit.
Yeah.
What's happening? Who's putting your clothes
Yeah,
together? You don't look like a BG boy.
That's
He
right.
look
You go
like
to Italy one time,
This
you come
is
back with a
nice.
few outfits up in this bitch.
Did you buy a lot of clothes in Italy?
I bought a ton.
You bought a ton of clothes in
Ton of
Italy?
clothes, yeah.
Oh, because the dollar is kicking the euro's
Well,
ass.
no, you know what? It's equal
Shout out
right
to
now.
America.
That's right, America, bitch. USA.
Shout out to America. Shout out to America. Now,
right.
let me tell you something. Somebody going to take that clip and then say,
Cancel
like,
us.
clip it. It's just going to be like, shout out to America. Shout out to everything. They're going to be like, coon. They're going to put a coon. That's why you got to be so careful.
You're gonna
what
run
you
a
say.
Confederate flag.
Yeah, they're like,
Like,
shout out to
oh my
America.
God.
Look at her. Wait, one time there was a Trump rally on Fifth Avenue.
No, really?
Yes, there was a Trump rally on Fifth Avenue, and I was like, "Go ahead, guys." They were like, "Come." I was like, "I'm just joking." They was gonna put Kira in my black face so fucking fast. Like,
They would have put you on
God.
TV in 1 second.
I was like, "God,
You would have
They're
been the
like,
next
"Get over
Candace.
here."
You would have been the next Candace Owens.
Is she rich? I'm trying to
She
get
has
paid.
to be rich.
I'm
Yeah.
tired of this.
Would you sell out if you could get paid?
Yeah, Sal.
No.
At a certain point,
No.
this is all I want to say to
She
black
go-
people.
she go
Clarence Thomas is still alive and kicking, and nobody do nothing to him. Right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, don't call the regular lay person a coon when you have big black people in offices making decisions
Yeah.
that don't give a F about the culture, and y'all ain't canceling him. Y'all ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I
Kanye's
wanna
gonna
say-
send you a sweatshirt after this.
White Lives Matter? Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good on the White Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. I hated that
That's
somebody
wild.
took something so poignant, something so like we're all
And tainted it.
Let's turn around, guys. Does Black Lives Matter? Yes. And take it to some
She's
other
like, that's
thing.
right. All lives matter.
All that. Like, why? Like, why would that be a thing? Because if you think about it, if Black Lives Matter, then every other life matter, because Black lives is the only life, not only so many other people that are being like genocide and stuff, but Black lives in America is the target. We all know this. And I gotta ask you this as a white person. I want you to answer it, right? And you've been in the military, right?
The pressure is on.
Right? So knowing how Black people are treated, right, in America, all over the world, like growing up in that, did you ever think like why is this the case, or did you just take it to be how it is?
I'm going to be honest with you. First of all, I don't even think that like this, I think everyone's always known there's always been racism. I don't think that it's been as bad as it has been for the last 10 years for a multitude of reasons, but a lot of it being because of like how everyone has a camera phone now. Everything's getting recorded. Everything's getting put on the internet. So you're getting bombarded with all of this stuff.
But it's been happening.
It's been happening. But
we just didn't
we're
see it.
seeing it more now is my
right,
point.
but seeing it is a better thing.
Of course, no, I agree. But I'm saying, like, my point being, it's not that we didn't know it was there. It's just we didn't see it as much.
Right. So you can kind of like be blinded by your own life, just living your life.
But I also too, though, and this is not even like a shot. I mean, we could discuss about this, but I also have been to Iraq, so I've seen women have zero rights. I mean, zero fucking rights. So, and I'm not comparing the struggle.
Right.
My point though is that like I've seen, people in like enslaved pretty much and really still over there.
Right.
And are not have any decision make, like not able to make their own decision, not able to drive, do all this shit. Like, and so I've seen it at a way worse level. So I'm not saying that the United States is perfect by any means, but I am saying it is better than a lot of places, but it can still get better. That's my point. There's a lot of room to still get better, but my point being is there's a lot of places as well that are. This is like,
you know what I mean? This is the thing, right? So I'm speaking from the place of the hunted, right? So because what you just said was other places are worse. That does not answer my question, right? So I'm talking about here.
Yeah, I'm getting hot inside listening.
Yeah. But you got to remember, but you have to have these conversations.
That's the thing,
that's what I'm
too.
saying.
You have to have these
I'm fine having
conversations.
this
Well,
conversation.
it's true. Well, you're right. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You want to finish?
No.
I agree with you. Like, there is so many genocides happening around the world, and and you were able to see it firsthand.
Yeah.
So you know what it's like to see a woman not have any rights and stuff like that, and you got to physically see that. So now with the camera phone, now you get to physically see
what's been
happening to Black people and what's been happening.
Right.
So I feel like people pulling out their phones and recording is the best thing ever, because now you can see how the situation escalated. For sure. You can see where, the person of authority went left, or if they did too much, or if they did too less, in that regard. So I feel like the fact that there's cameras out and phones out, like, it's just making it so much better, because people from different races can be able to firsthand and support. Like, they can see what happened to George Floyd. Everybody saw that video, and it didn't matter what race you were. It messed up your whole week.
But you know why?
Like, that whole video messed up your whole week.
You know why? Because we, as a people, were under attack. We were under attack by the pandemic. So we were all uncomfortable, right? You
forced to stay in the house.
White people got to feel what Black was. Not feeling comfortable going outside, not knowing if they're going to make it home, right? So everybody was in this vulnerable state. Mm-hmm. So yes, Rodney King got beat up. A bunch of people, Black stuff has happened to Black people so many times. Emmett Till, like give me a break, right? And that was a little boy, but everybody was in a place that they could not do anything but sit and feel uncomfortable. And in America's discomfort, there was compassion.
Mm-hmm. And that was the best thing that could have happened. I mean, his death obviously was not the best thing that could have happened, but he definitely did change the world because everybody got to see that. Everybody got to feel that. And there's like watching that whole entire video. It didn't matter what you looked like or how you felt. You knew what wrong was wrong.
I feel like this. I feel like black people and white people, we have to be here together. It's like a relationship.
So I was just going to say this, but go ahead. Finish yours. Here's what I was going to say. So, actually, this is going to be a long explanation. So, not even just outside of what I saw in Iraq. I'm talking about Uyghurs that were in China that were like in cages and shit like that, and they were like being, I mean, they were basically literally just being thrown in a cage or whatever, like some like crazy like fucking back in the day like Nazi Germany.
America
shit.
got babies in cages.
I understand that too, right down at the border, right? So like this stuff is happening everywhere, and I'm saying like we're just now. I feel like we've always known it's happened here in America, but I feel like we're just really starting to take notice of this shit. And like the funny part is that people don't even realize so much racism happens in like these institutions that like isn't even like touched upon. Like
what?
They're still gerrymandering. And I don't know if have you ever heard of gerrymandering?
No, I was about to ask what's that.
So gerrymandering, what they do is like when you're in a state, like they'll divide it into like quadrants and zones and stuff like that. And what they do is like they'll zone off like Republicans have traditionally done this, so it's more of a Republican thing. So like they'll zone off like certain areas, and let's say hypothetically like North Carolina, right?
The affluent areas.
Yeah, and so they'll be like, oh,
they do
like
that in New York.
They do this shit. They do it everywhere.
Well, they do it in New York, not just for voting. They do it in New York for schools. Remember, I told you that they zone the schools, so they make sure that your kid will stay in East New York and not get a good education. And they'll say that's District 19, and District 2, which is like the best district in the whole New York State, is like Lower Manhattan by Battery Park, but also up on the Upper West Side.
Yeah,
it's still District 2.
Of
so
course.
You have the
and
you can run
purpose.
the of course
so
it's on
purpose. I hope
but
people understand.
we're doing it right now.
It's on purpose. It's shit is happening. But this is stuff that's no one's talking about that. No one even like that's not even you don't even know what it meant. You know what I mean? Like no one because it's not discussed. Like it's just not. There's stuff that's in.
It's
play.
Called systematic
it's
racism.
Systematic racism.
Right. That's the systems that they set
what I'm
up.
saying. And so like it's actually crazy.
But no. But why is it set up? Why would somebody want? Like zone their area.
Because both sides are trying to win, and I that's what I want people to understand more than anything is that
what's
like
both sides?
Who's
the
both
Democrats
sides?
and Republicans, like
and
so like in like even like Democrats. Have you ever heard of like the super delegates?
Yes.
So super delegates, it's like where like they get their vote matters like on exponential
5
level.
times.
Yeah, it's crazy. So like both these parties are like struggling for.
Dominance
and power, and just so people know, neither of them give a fuck about black people. They don't give a fuck about minorities in general.
Right.
And like I know the Democrats want to run on that platform and think that is the case, but that's not the case. It's a power thing.
It's a power. I agree that it's a power thing, but my issue of my heart is when does this country start validating the pain of black people, and when does this country say that it's important? And I don't feel like that's politics. I feel like that's people. I feel like that is not
humanity.
Not sending your kids to school with no black kids there and not questioning that and being like, that's okay. Well, I guess that's just okay. There's a way with George Floyd, right? There was a way that we all were like, nah, man, that's fucked up. Yeah. How could that be? How could it be just black people that do that? How
Over
could
a $20 bill that was real?
But not even that. No, not even the actual incident. I'm just talking about the way we've been living our lives. We've been living our lives very, very separate, never equal, but very, very separate. Like when I know people that have no friends that's outside of their race. Like why?
Yep.
Like that is the craziest shit. How do you learn anything if you don't open yourself up to other people?
Right. And that was what I was going to kind of end with and say more than anything is that like you have these two parties that don't care about minorities, but truly they don't really care about people
without
in
money. Without
money. That was my point. It's up to white people and black people to come together and not continue to let the system and these people divide us and go
when I
against
tell
one
you,
another,
it's the
because
truth.
That's the problem.
It's the truth.
Money and no money. That's the problem.
Because the system tells black people that they're black, they're not smart, they're this, they can't get certain things. The system tell poor white people is the reason why they don't have stuff is because the Mexicans took it. And the black people took it, right? So they tell the conversation. Yep. They make the conversation where we are against each other. So then everybody is at a boiling point, right? They set up the system to make everybody at a boiling point because they're not giving you shit. Yeah. If you're in Midwest, if you in
that's what I'm saying. My white
West Virginia, they have nothing. Yeah. They have no health care. They have no nothing. They have nothing, right? They hate the system just as much. Actually, black people oftentimes, even in the urban cities, have more stuff than people in rural America. White people, that's why January 6th. Because poor white people was like, I want my country back, because the powers that be have told poor white people this whole time, black people took your stuff.
Or Mexicans took your stuff. Or whoever
Mexicans took your stuff. And they believe that.
Yes.
They believe that because it's their country. It's their country, and they feel like if it's our country, our white brothers and sisters would not do that to us. But why wouldn't they?
In the same way that they also believe that Trump actually cared about them as people, which is funny as fuck, because if you ask any New Yorker, every New Yorker knew this motherfucker was a piece of shit forever. Everyone's always known that.
He's a New York landlord.
Of course. And exactly, he's a piece of shit. But he what he did is he ran on this, I care for you, because he knew there was like a voice that was like a gap that
because nobody was talking to the poor whites.
Yes.
And the poor whites are a lot. And that's why abortion, right? That's why the abortion laws are being repealed. Because you know who is getting abortions? Poor whites.
Yeah.
It's about the numbers.
Yeah.
It's about the numbers. And it's so many poor whites that's just in, listening to John Mellencamp. I'm having babies, having kids with their cousins and shit. And now they not.
I love that you signed John Mellencamp as the voice of the poor whites.
I think Dave Chappelle said that. But not having kids. Yeah. Not having kids. So they don't care if Ania goes to have an abortion. Like that, they kill black women in the hospitals. You know what I'm saying? Like saying our pain tolerance.
That's such a good point.
Right. It's white babies.
The states that
because it's minorities and
in these bigger
majorities
states that still have abortion rights.
Yeah.
Damn, that's facts. And that's what I'm saying. That's an institutional thing.
They need y'all to keep. They need poor whites to keep having babies because they need the numbers, right? Yes. You can't be a majority if your numbers are not there. Spanish people are having babies in record numbers, and so they're threatening to be the majority.
The counterpoint, I guess, would be that somebody could argue and they'd be like, "Yeah, but Democrats are still leaving the borders open, and there's a mass flood of minorities that are still coming in from the border." So that would be the only counter argument, I guess.
Right. So it's right, but that's not a counter argument. That's adding to the argument. So the Democrats letting all these Spanish people in, right, and all these got the borders open, and our girls are not having babies. So we're not going to be the majority. Same argument. Same argument.
Yeah.
Same damn argument.
How do you feel about this?
I'm just listening to you.
I don't even want to talk about race.
No, not even. It's just I feel like I come from more of a militant standpoint. So like, I appreciate this conversation. I'm learning so much by listening and stuff like that. But I just feel like I hate that when we have to talk about race, it always turns into something that's not about what we was talking about.
Yes.
It's
it always does
never about
you did that right,
why.
Man. You start talking about the damn government.
But the thing is this. But the thing is, you did too.
Yeah. What did I talk about?
Like y'all both did. It wasn't just him.
But that is essentially the problem.
But
so if we talk about race, right? Race in America, there are many facets that add to it. Right? If we're talking about having a conversation about trying to figure out a solution, you have to think about the facets, right? It's racism in America is horrible. The way black people are treated in America is ridiculous. Even if I've never been called a nigger and all those things, I'm not saying I haven't, but if I haven't been, I know for a fact there is a white dude doing the same job that I do every day, making triple times the amount of money that I'm making, and it's not because he's smarter.
Yeah, but you're doing all right though.
I could be doing way better.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's experiencing racism every day. Right? Because I have to look at that white dude and I know he's making more money than me.
I mean, is that like an actual thing?
Yeah. But now we have these things called compensation transparencies that they are passing in New York and other states, because what has happened is they used to be able to ask you how much money did you make on your old job, right? So if you've been paying me lower, then no matter where I go, I'm still going to be getting paid lower, because they're not going to give me the money. So now they can't ask that question anymore. That question is illegal. And so other questions that are illegal is like if you had like criminal background stuff. So they're trying to change it. So with these transparency laws, but the thing about it is it's very slow. And everybody that I always hear, they say it's not going to happen overnight, but it could. It could happen fucking tomorrow if everybody said, let's just even the playing field. But they don't want to even the playing field because the hard workers going to have to win.
Yeah.
Right. Because if
that's in everything too, though, in general, just like even when you see like just something as simple as entertainment, people's kids get those opportunities that somebody who's been acting since they were 6 and this is their dream get because of who they are,
but not just in entertainment. Everybody, nepotism is real, right? You're always going to get an opportunity because somebody knows you. It's never what you know, it's who you know. But you're trying to change that, because if that's the case, and if you're not comfortable with a black woman, right? If you're not comfortable with a black woman and you have to do your job, you're going to hire a white guy because that's who you're comfortable with, so that you can so you can comfortably do your damn job. I understand that. Yeah. But that's fucked up because it's just fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it's
you're not
exhausting
wrong. Listen,
even having those conversations, but it's necessary.
And that's why I feel bad for y'all's generation, though, to a degree, because you're not going to get you guys aren't going to get these opportunities. It's going to be even less for you once they start to add in like they're going to start to any job that was done like at a lower level. Like I could get a job in high school. Ain't no kid in high school.
They want them all to be experts.
Everything's gonna be they want to be experts, but they also are just gonna pass it off to AI now. So like it's like you guys are fucked.
Yeah, because you can't live like, because being Generation Z, you just can't go work for the post office.
No,
those jobs are not there like they were. Right.
They're phasing out all that shit. So
and Gen Z don't want to be police officers and stuff like that either. So. And you need that. You can't AI that. Nobody wants to be a police officer, right? So that's a job that's not
Ain't
there.
No money in that.
And a job, right? And Gen Z, and you can speak for this, but with Gen Z is kind of crazy because they are the generation of Instagram. Everything has to be fabulous. So all the stuff that they like costs millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? To live their life.
And then people make it look like it's easy.
Yeah,
people taking out credit cards and going on these trips and shit.
And people doing all kinds of crazy stuff to make it look like it's easy for the gram. And that just gives you depression and anxiety. What are your thoughts about that, Gen Z?
And he's like, I'm going to kill myself after this podcast.
No, she still want to talk about the racism.
I just feel like y'all talked in circles. And I was just listening because I wanted to really, understand what you guys were talking about. And I agree with a lot of things that you guys were saying. But it's just annoying to me because it's like we're so complacent and it's going to take a long time. It is what it is. This is just a system that has been given. This is just the situation that it is. But it's like racism is racism. It's been around. It needs to change. And that's it. You want to talk?
No, I don't. I'll
but yeah, like I'm just like when it in terms of Black people and literally the murders that happen every day, it's annoying because it's like you guys see what's happening, what's happening, and you guys just like decide to turn the other cheek or not get fully involved. I was watching Chelsea Handler basically saying racism is not going to change through the lens of Black people, protesting and trying to figure out where things come from or how things can be changed. They've been doing the shit since 1950 something, 1940. Like civil rights has been a thing. Martin Luther King is a thing. Malcolm X is a thing. Fred Hampton is a thing. So it's like it's a person, like you learn about all this stuff in history classes and everything, and it's just like, it doesn't affect you, so you don't really feel the need to correct. And I feel like the only way racism can really be fixed or, head on and try to figure out exactly why is if white people hold other white people accountable for racist shit.
I agree.
No other way.
I agree, but
there's
here's
no
what I'm
other
gonna
way.
say.
Don't butt it, because when you butt it, then negates everything.
Okay. I'm saying my point is, but it's not going to change. That's my
because it benefits white people.
It's that
Exactly.
it benefits white people, but who it really benefits, guys, is white people at the top.
Yeah,
that's my point. Is that like this
no,
device?
No, it benefits white people. Period. So even if you're trying, right, and I'm trying, and we're mid-level management, it's still benefiting you, and that's not the top. It's still benefiting you when we have like the laws like the New Deal, where they got all those houses for white people in Long Island, right, and then they didn't really have to pay those things back. It benefits all white people. It benefits all white people. It benefits all white people, but it does benefit them more, but it still benefits you as a white. If you were from Ohio and you came and said, you know what, I don't want to live in a trailer park anymore, and you went to school and you did and you can experience, and I did the same thing. I don't want to live in a project anymore, and I did the thing, and we got to this space, same space. The chances are you're getting the promotion.
No, for sure. I agree with that.
Right.
I agree with that. I also think that like they're slowly trying to get to the point where where all that is wiped out. The middle class, all that shit is wiped out. There is no opportunities for it. It's literally just rich and not rich.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it was in Dubai. It was rich and not rich.
And that's what they're trying to get to here. That's more my point. Where it's like
rich people, and slaves, basically enslaved people, because that's what it felt like.
Yes. And that's my thing.
We're
here
in a pickle, but I feel like
I just don't know. And the reason, what I was going to say to your point was that if we ever want anything to change, it really, I think at the end of the day, it has to come down to it has to be like an overthrowing of like
the government.
The government, yeah.
That's what I think the January 6th people thought.
Yeah, no, probably, but I mean, I really think I don't know.
We can't overthrow this government because
can't because
we're consumers, right? And so,
but also that leaves us in a weakened state in general.
Yes.
Somebody else would just come in and do the same thing to us.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't even know what the answers are.
No, we don't. But it's good that we have the conversation.
Yeah.
You pissed, Nia?
Yeah, because I feel like y'all not seeing what I'm seeing.
We did. I told you said.
I just feel like it doesn't have to be so political,
But it is. But that's where it all.
Like sometimes, like just BS is BS. Call it out.
So then, how do you change it?
What do you mean? How do you change it? It's. I don't think it's black people's job to change racism.
I don't think it's black people's
I don't
job
think
to
it's.
change
I don't.
racism.
I don't think it's black people's job to do racism. I don't think it's Hispanic people's job to fix racism and prejudiceness and all that stuff. I don't think it's anyone's job, and that's why there's a separation. A lot of my black friends or friends that I know that are black that do not have any white friends is because they don't feel safe or they don't feel comfortable. But can you blame them? Like, and I'm not saying that cannot be changed and everything, but like you very much deal with the cards that you're dealt with, right? So it's like we can peacefully protest and do all those things. Like think about when they stormed the Capitol. If that was black people that stormed the Capitol, it would have been a massacre on those steps. You cannot tell me otherwise. It's just about skin color. Think about it.
Right.
Just white life matters. Like that is what really matters.
It does.
White lives matter, and I don't agree that white lives do matter, but I'm just saying that.
But death row. The same
just
thing.
let me finish.
Sorry.
That is literally what's important, and it's okay if that's what's important. That's why I think that just as a black community, we need to try to figure out how to empower ourselves and stop trying to look for white validation.
Right.
Like it's
but
just
you need
I'm
white,
not
you just said
I'm
you
not
needed
fighting
white people to help you though also like fight
No,
against
white
the
people need to
racism.
hold themselves accountable for the shit that they let happen.
For sure, but that at the level that we're at, the only people that can do that is the people at the top. I can't go back. I can't do anything like right in terms of like I can't listen. Hear me out.
Like what?
I'm listening. I've been listening.
I can't be like, well, I don't even know what my ancestors did or didn't do. But hypothetically,
we talking about yesterday. Your grandfather.
I'm saying like, well, right.
Kill him.
Right. Well, let's fucking get him out of here. Max just made a Nazi sign over there, so get him out of here.
Right.
No, I'm saying like in terms of I can't do anything, but I can't give reparation. I can't give money. I can't give
You can support it though.
Back. Sure, of course.
So, but how do you support
it? But my point is how does that? My point is how do we make a difference? Because the things that need to be given in order to make a difference is always going to be at the end of the day money. And who is in charge of that? The people with the money. So people like me, I can bring awareness to it. I can show up to rallies. I can read books about like Black culture and like and educate myself and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't. I think they should. My point being though, in terms of actually make a physical difference in being able to actually help Black people, my point is that at the end of the day, it comes down to money and the people that control that.
Money and access.
I don't think that I can do that. I think that that's why when we continue to circle back to politics, as you say, that's why, because those are the people who oversee the budget, who oversee where the money goes. You're going to tell me we spent $45 billion, that's with a B, to Ukraine? You tell me, and they've always said, we don't have enough money for reparations. Right? That's what they always say. We don't have no money for reparations. $45 billion to Ukraine? There you go. No problem.
Because they're white. Because they're white.
And people in charge of the money are white.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say.
Yo, this has been heavy conversation.
There's not a lot of jokes in this one.
But I feel like this is a conversation that was needed to have. Like sometimes you got to talk about the things, right? And I hope you guys
yeah.
I hope you guys thought when you listened to this. I hope you thought and I hope that we can come to some kind of a resolution. I just feel like as a Black woman in America, I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship. And I'll be like, he loved me, I think, but he just keep hitting me.
She's like, but you can also give me some money too if you really love
somebody and then try to take back your PPP loan. Yeah. Like that's still abusive. That's financial abuse. Yeah. What you think, Nene? How we gonna take it out?
I don't even know how we can take it out. I think it's just like you guys said, it's a big system just rigged at this point. But I do feel like as the Black community, we should just be focusing on ourselves because they focus on themselves. So, or not even they, but just like clearly the powers are wrapped up in money and who has access. That's what I gained from this conversation. Mm-hmm. So in that regard, I feel like the only way to combat it is what you said, is like, putting that pressure.
No, and get your paper up.
But yeah, get your money up.
Get your paper up, because at the end of the day, you only can take care of yourself. It's the craziest shit. This society, we used to have pensions and we used to have retirements and we used to have all these different things. And you can kind of depend on the government. But now everybody's selling candles, bitch, because you don't know what's going to happen when you 75.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. Well, I hope you're not depressed and suicidal after this. Look, I hope that was like I said, it was a discussion an honest discussion that doesn't get said or had a lot, I think, between people, because people are afraid to talk about this. But,
that's why you got the full spread.
Boom. We're going to have that conversation.
See you guys next week.